Hello friends, today we are going to discuss very important topic of probability. In previous lecture, we discussed various topics that conditional probability, Bayes theorem. Now, to one important variable we are going to study. That is what? The random variable. Because in probability, we deal with the random experiment and we deal with the sample spaces. But random variable has a power to convert the element of the sample space to a particular number. That is what called the random variable. But why the random variable is required? Because for the sake of calculation, for the sake of performing computer programs, so this random variable plays very important role. Because if you write a sample space means what? It is a set of all possible outcomes. If you write a sample space into the set of random numbers or set of random variable, you can say, the random variable facilitate the work of calculation as far as the probability is concerned. So we are going to discuss the random variable. It is the function which takes the element of the sample space to the set of real number. Means this random variable has the power to assign a particular value to the element of the sample space. Therefore, this random variable can be defined. Random variable is a function from the sample space to the set of real numbers. Random variable maps the element of the sample space to real number. There are two types of random variable. For the sake of convenience, the discrete random variable and the continuous random variable. Yes, what is the discrete random variable? The discrete random variable, it takes the element of the sample space to finite values or countably infinite values, and continuous random variable which takes the element of the sample space to the particular interval. Now, the random variable, first of all, I am going to explain by giving an example. If a single coin is tossed, sample space H containing H and T, head and tail, these two elements will be there. What is a random variable? Random variable, okay, this is a domain space and it contains two elements, head and tail. This H maps to 1 and the tail maps to 0. And it is fully dependent on us. So which random number should be assigned to the particular element of the sample space. So instead of writing H and T, we can write 1, 0. 1 and 0 are the random numbers. If I toss a coin, probability of getting 1 means what? Probability of getting head. Probability of getting 1 is what? 1 by 2. Probability of getting head is 1 by 2. So instead of saying probability of getting head is 1 by 2, so we can say the probability of 1 is 1 by 2. 1 is a random number. Likewise, the probability of getting tail is 1 by 2 and this equals the probability of 0. If you toss two coins simultaneously, yes, what will be the element of the sample space? See, sample space S will contain, this is one of the possibility, head on both the side, on both the coins head may appear, head tail, on first coin head, on second coin tail. Next is first coin tail and second coin H, and on both the coins tail and tail. This is the sample space. Now I am assigning numbers to this. This I am going to map with 2 because there are two heads. This I am going to map with 1 because there is a single head. This I am going to map with 1, this is the single head. And this I am going to map with, okay, number of heads means I am going to map with 0. 0 heads, 1 head and 2 heads. Is it? Now, the probability of getting head, it is 1 by 4 because there are all possible outcomes are 4 and number of favorable events are what? Single, 1. 1 by 4 is the probability of getting head on both the coins. Now this can be written as the probability of 2 and 2 is a random number. Probability of getting head, tail is what? 1 by 4. Probability of getting TH is also 1 by 4. But if I write probability of getting one head, single head, it will be what? When a single head appears here, means 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 2 by 4. Because these two events are mutually exclusive events. These two events, TH and HT are mutually exclusive event. The addition law of probability I used. The P of 1 equal to 2 by 4. If there is a probability of TT, means probability of no heads, it is probability of 0, no heads means 0, and P of 0 will be, it is 1 by 4 again. What is the role of random variable? Which assigns the elements of sample space to the elements of real numbers or to real numbers, you can say. Now, there are two types of random variable. First is the discrete random variable, a random variable that takes elements of sample space to finite number or countably infinite number. So this is discrete random variable. Here, these are the discrete random variables, 0, 1, 2 are discrete random variable. Here 1 and 0 are discrete random variables. On discrete random variable or continuous random variable, the probabilities are defined, and that is what called the probability mass function. Now let x be the discrete random variable, and this x containing like this, you can take in this way x1, x2, small x1, x2, x3, x4. X be the set of random variable. Now the probability of x, it is written like this, probability of xk. Or you can write probability in this way also, means it may differ in the fashion of writing only. You can denote it by f of xk or f of x. Small f I am using. So what does this indicate? The probability of x1, probability of x2, probability of x3, probability of x4, probability of xk. Here k varies from 1 to infinity. And this probability of x equal to xk, or this thing f of xk, or simply f of x, this is probability mass function. In continuous random variable, the same analogy will be applicable, but we will call in continuous random variable probability density function. Here probability mass function. And the properties of this I am also writing, f of x means probabilities are greater than or equal to 0. Second thing is f summation of, these are the discrete random variable. This will deal with the summation. In continuous random variable, it will deal with the integration. Here this will deal with the summation. This x summation of f of x or f of xk, you can say, and its value is 1. So these are the properties of probability mass function. So once again I repeat, probability mass function is simply the probability function, and that is defined over the discrete random variable. And those probability functions are probability mass function. As one more thing I am going to write, that is cumulative probability distribution or cumulative mass function, you can say. Then probability distribution or cumulative probability distribution, you can write like this: probability for x, it is less than or equal to x, and you can denote it by capital F, cumulative probability distribution. I would like to solve one or two problems on discrete random variable. The question I am writing: two fair coins are tossed. Find the probability function corresponding to the random variable x, RV, R dot V dot, random variable x. What is random variables? In table I am writing because it will take less time now. The probability function we are going to write. This is random variable x equal to small x, you can write, and probability for x equal to small x. And here we have the random variables 0, 1, 2, and it is given. The set of random variable is given to you, and we want the probability function for it. So when two coins are tossed, probability mass function or probability function, when two coins are tossed here, what is probability of 0? It is 1 by 4. What is probability of 1? Where it is 1, probability of 1 is 2 by 4. And what is probability of 2? It is 1 by 4. In this way, the probability function we have written. In case of discrete random variable. So why it is discrete? Because two coins are tossed and the sample space will be like this: HH, TH, HT and TT. Here number of heads are the countable numbers, 2, 1, 0. Therefore it is discrete random variable and its probability function we have found. Now, the next problem, find the cumulative distribution function. This cumulative distribution function, or many times it is called cumulative mass function also. In short, I will be writing CDF, cumulative distribution function. The cumulative distribution function we are going to find out for the following probability distribution, and the probability distribution is given to you. What we are going to find? CDF, cumulative distribution function we are going to find, and the probability distribution is given to you. Okay, here I am writing random variable and P of x is equal to small x. Okay, this is only the fashion of writing. The 0, 1, 2, these are the random numbers or the elements of the random variable, you can say. And the associated probabilities are also given. Okay, probability mass functions are given to you. What is it? For 0, it is 1 by 16. It is given to you. Then 4 by 16. Then 6 by 16. 4 by 16. And 1 by 16. Now, what we want? We want cumulative distribution function. What is cumulative distribution function? Cumulative distribution function is this one, and cumulative distribution function you may denote it by capital Fx. For convenience I have used here capital Fx. This is cumulative distribution function. Cumulative distribution function means sum of the probability at up to particular point, that's all. See, CDF, cumulative distribution function for x equal to 0 is 1 by 16 because there is no previous value to 0. Now, probability for x less than or equal to 1, you can say here, you can write here less than or equal to 1, less than or equal to 1 I am writing. Yes, what is this? This is f(x) less than or equal to 1. And probability for x less than or equal to 1 means what? Probability for x equal to 1 plus probability for x equal to 0, and before 0 there is nothing. The probability for x equal to 1 is what? 4 by 16, and this is 1 by 16, and then 5 by 16. Now probability for x less than or equal to 2. How to write it? F of x less than or equal to 2, and this can be written as probability for x equal to 2, probability for x equal to 1, and probability for x equal to 0. Now P of x equal to 2 is 6 by 16, 1 is 4 by 16, and 0 is 1 by 16. Okay, simple addition of these three, that's all. Now directly, cumulative distribution function for x less than or equal to 3 now is what? I am not writing f of x less than or equal to 3, directly now. P of x equal to 3, P of x equal to 2, P of x equal to 1, and P of x equal to 0. Or probability for x less than or equal to, because 3 is included in it, 3 is included, means 4 by 16 plus 6 by 16 plus 4 by 16 plus 1 by 16 is what? Denominators are same, 6 plus 10, 14, 15, 15 by 6. Now, probability for x less than or equal to 4, I will write directly now. 1 by 16 plus this plus this plus this plus this. And it is 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 15, 15 plus 1 is 16. It is 16 by 16. It is equal to 1. Means this P of x less than or equal to 4 is a total probability. Now, the continuous random variable, the random variable x has the following distribution. The distribution is given to you, x equal to x, small x, and P of x. Probability distribution is given to you. For the random variables, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now, the probability for x equal to -2 is 0.1, which is given. Probability for this random variable is k, it is unknown. For 0 it is 0.2, then it is 3k, and here 2k and 0.3. Now, the first of all we have to find out a value of unknown k. K is unknown here, k is a parameter, because many times we get the probability in terms of parameter. K is unknown, k is a parameter, the value of parameter we have to find first. So it is very simple to find. The probabilities are given and sum of the probabilities is always 1. Sum of the probability means 0.1 plus k plus 0.2 plus 3k plus 2k plus 0.3, and this is equal to 1. Now, the find value of k from here, the k is equal to, I am writing directly, it is 1 by 15. K is 1 by 15. So you can put value of k here, or otherwise you can add the row and put k equal to 1 by 15. But what we have to find, a random variable has following distribution, then value of k we have to find. Okay, that is the first part. The one more part, compute probability for x less than 2. Probability for x greater than or equal to. The probability for x less than 2, I will not solve this problem completely because same thing we have done here. Probability for x less than 2 means what? It is strictly less than 2. 2 is not included. For x less than 2 means what? P of 1, P of 0, P of minus 1, P of minus 2. Putting all those probability, it is 0.1, P of 1 3k, then P of 0, 0.2, P of minus 1 is k, then P of minus 2 is 0.1, and this is 4k and 0.3, and this 4k is 1 by 15. For the sake of convenience I am writing 3 by 10, is it? And this is what? It is 30, and 8 plus 9 is 17. It is cumulative distribution function for x less than 2. P of x less than 2 means what? Cumulative distribution function for x less than 2. I am writing here. Cumulative distribution function for x less than 2. So you can find it now. Cumulative distribution function for x greater than or equal to 2. So how do you calculate? This P of greater than or equal to 2 is included. 3 is also there, and after 2, 3 only a single element is there. Up to this we have to write. P of 2 is 2k, that is given. P of 3 is 0.3. Value of k is 1 by 15 we found. It is 2 by 15, and this is 3 by 10. Now this is coming to be, this is 30 now. 4 plus 9 is 30. And what is this? This is P of x greater than or equal to 2. Right? CDF for x greater than or equal to 2. Now coming to the continuous random variable. It's very quickly. It is non-discrete random variable which takes the elements of sample space to particular interval. For example, discrete random variable and continuous random variable. The example I am giving. This number of students passed in examination, number of students passed in MHT CET examination, or number of students passed in JEE examination, year wise, from last 10 years. Okay, in 2010, 2 lakh students passed. In 2011, 2.2 lakh students passed. In 2013, 2.3 lakh students passed. So this data is what? Discrete data. Discrete random variable. Example I have given. And the continuous random variable. The life of a person, it comes under the continuous random variable. Life of a particular electric appliance, life of LED bulb. Means the life of LED bulb is 3 to 5 years, 1 to 2 years, 5 to 7 years, like this. Means all these are coming under the interval. All these values of continuous random variables are coming under what? A particular interval. That is continuous random variable. Here, the probabilities associated with the continuous random variable is probability density function. probability density function of continuous random variable and the probability mass function of discrete random variable. That these two statements are analogous enough. I repeat, probability density function of continuous random variable analogous to probability mass function of discrete random variable. And the continuous random variable here, probability density function is defined like this. Probability of x in between a and b. This is equal to integral. There in discrete we use summation. Here in continuous random variable I will be using integration because there is a continuity. Integration requires continuity. A to b f of x dx associated with continuous random variable. Fx is what? Probability function associated with continuous random variable, and this is called probability density function, or in short you can call it as PDF. PDF probability density function, PMF probability mass function. Now here cumulative distribution function for continuous random variable, cumulative distribution function in terms of small x. Here x lies between minus infinity to infinity. Now the properties of probability density function same as that of the probability mass function, and here sum of the probability is 1. Now very quickly, one problem we are going to discuss. Question is like this: find CDF for the following probability distribution, and the probability distribution is given. Here it is given f of x equal to, in this way it is defined in the interval, because we are dealing with a continuous random variable. It is x for the interval 0 less than or equal to x less than 1, then 2 minus x for the interval 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, and 0 for x greater than 1. In this way probability distribution is given. In examination this x may be defined in other way also, means this may get changed in the examination. What we have to find? Cumulative distribution function we want. Cumulative distribution function means what? This one is cumulative distribution function. F of x less than or equal to is equal to minus infinity to x f of u du. Okay, f of t dt. Now cumulative distribution function we want. So what I am going to do, for 0 to 1 I am going to evaluate. See here 1 is not included. X is strictly less than 1. Now for this interval cumulative distribution function we are going to find. Okay. Now this is equal to what? For 0 to 1. F of x less than or equal to x for this interval. Now this is cumulative distribution function formula. So I am going to break like this: minus infinity to 0. Then this integral I am going to break 0 to x plus 0 to x and x to infinity. Here I am writing f of u du. Here I am writing f of u du. Now this is equal to this for minus infinity to 0. This function, probability distribution function, is defined 0 onwards. But for less than 0 values, for x less than 0 means negative. For negative x, the probability distribution function is not defined. Therefore, it is not defined. Therefore, I am taking 0. Integration in this interval is 0. Means actually value of f of u is 0 or f of x is 0. That's all. Now 0 to x is for 0 to 1. The x is there. Now f of u is u. I am writing u here. U square by 2. If you write x, it will not make any difference. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is x. If you put upper limit and put u equal to x and then put u equal to 0, it will be 0. So put u is equal to x means x square by 2 is cumulative distribution function for this interval. Now cumulative distribution function for next interval is for the interval 0, 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. Okay, for this interval we are going to find out f of x. F of x less than or equal to x, this indicate cumulative distribution function, and this is equal to minus infinity. This I am going to break like this: minus infinity to 0, then 0 to 1 plus we want for this interval, remember, for this interval, then 1 to x I have to put. We want cumulative distribution function in terms of variable in the interval 1 to 2. Okay, that's why I have written 0 to x. And here f of u du, equation 1 I have broken in this way. Now, for minus infinity to 0, it is 0, because for less than 0, it is not defined. For 0 to 1, f of u, for 0 to 1, it is u. F of x is x, f of u is u, you can write. Plus 1 to x, and f for 1 to 2, for this interval, it is 2 minus u. Now integrate it very carefully. Integration of u is u square by 2, lower limit 0, upper limit 1. Integration of 2u with respect to u is 2u. Integration of u with respect to u is u square by 2. Lower limit is 1 and upper limit is x. This is equal to, put u equal to 1, it is 1 by 2. Put u equal to 0, it is 0 by 2 is 0. And no need to write 0 every time. Put u is equal to x, it is 2x minus x square by 2. Minus lower limit, put u is equal to 1, it is 2 minus, put u is equal to 1, it is 1 by 2. This is equal to 1 by 2 plus 2x minus x square by 2. Okay, and 2 minus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2 with this sign minus 3 by 2. Okay, and this is equal to minus 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is what? Minus 1, no? Plus 2x minus x square by 2. This is probability cumulative distribution function for x less than or equal to x, for capital X less than or equal to x, for this interval. Now, similarly, for the interval x greater than or equal to 2, for the interval x greater than or equal to 2, find CDF. This is CDF, you know? F of x less than or equal to x, less than or equal to x. Find CDF, and for this CDF, what will be the value? It is equal to 1. If you find using this way, this procedure, you will be getting 1. So this is for you. This is I leave this thing up to you. But it is very clear that for x greater than or equal to 2, cumulative probability from extreme right to left, it is always 1. So it is equal to 1. Now, cumulative probability function, in this way you can write. This CDF fx, in this way you can write in terms of interval. In terms of interval. How many intervals are there? 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. Second interval is what? 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. And third interval is x greater than. And what is CDF for first interval? It is x square by 2. I am writing. CDF for this interval is x square by 2. CDF for this interval is this thing, minus 1 plus 2x minus x square by 2. And CDF for last one is 1. Yes, in this way, I have written CDF. Now, if you look at probability distribution and CDF, so if you take derivative of this, so you will be getting probability density function. This is probability density function. Probability distribution or continuous random variable is probability density function. The probability density function is given to you, and cumulative distribution function we found. Now, shortcut. If cumulative distribution function is given in continuous random variable, then if you want PDF, means probability density function, just you take derivative of this with respect to x. See, derivative of x square by 2 is what? X. Derivative of minus 1 is 0, derivative of 2x is 2, derivative of minus x square by 2 is x, derivative of 1 is 0. Means if you take derivative of CDF, you get PDF. Once again I repeat, if you take derivative of CDF, you get PDF. Derivative of CDF is PDF. On other ways, integration of this will be this one, integration of this will be this one, integration of PDF, you will be getting CDF. So hope you understood this. I stop here. Thank you very much.